So today we're diving into a health initiative that tackles a really serious problem, but not in a clinic or a hospital. Nope, we're talking about the local barbershop. It's an amazing story about trust and, how sometimes the best solutions are hiding in plain sight. That one line right there, that's it. That's the entire heart of this program. It's such a powerful idea, isn't it? That the connections we build in our day-to-day lives, in our communities, can be a literal lifeline. So the real question is, how do you actually harness that trust to save lives? To really get why a program like Cuts for Life FTD is so crucial, we've got to first understand the problem it's trying to solve. And it's so important to see it for what it is. Not some personal failing, but a major gap in the bigger system. Right, and this is a huge misconception. The health disparities we see in Black communities aren't happening because people don't care about being healthy. The sources are super clear on this. The real issues are way more complex and, frankly, deeply rooted. So this slide kind of breaks down those barriers. First, there's a well-documented and, let's be honest, completely understandable mistrust of formal health systems, which comes from generations of history. Then, specifically in Canada, the lack of race-based data makes it incredibly hard to even see how big the problem is, let alone fix it. And the tragic result of all this, huge gaps in cancer screening, which means cancers are found at much later, much more dangerous stages. And here it is. This is the real-world cost of those systemic gaps. This data is stark, and it shows that even with all our medical advances, the outcomes are just not equal. This isn't just a statistic, It represents real people, real families, and entire communities being let down by a system that isn't serving everyone fairly. Which leads us to the big question. If the clinic or the hospital is a place that feels unsafe or untrustworthy to some people, where can you possibly go to have a safe, no-pressure chat about your health? Where can you get information from someone you already know, someone you already trust? Well, the answer isn't about building some big, new, shiny thing from scratch. It's about recognizing and empowering the hubs that are already there, right in the heart of the community. Where have these conversations always been happening? Well, it turns out the solution was hiding in plain sight. Trusted conversations have always happened where people feel comfortable, where they feel seen and heard. The genius of this idea is that it doesn't try to reinvent the wheel, it just gives that wheel a brand new, life-saving purpose. I mean, think about it. Your barbershop, your salon, it's not just a place to get your hair cut, right? It's a cultural center, a gathering spot. It's where you go for debate, advice, connection. Barbers and stylists, they're often our informal therapists, our community connectors. These are spaces built on years, sometimes generations, of solid trust. Okay, so how do you make this official without breaking the very trust that makes it work in the first place? This is where the Cuts for Life 10 model is just brilliant. It provides a really structured, really respectful way to turn these community hubs into partners in prevention. The program follows this beautifully simple 4-step process. First, it partners with businesses that people already trust. Step 2, it empowers the owners and their staff with training. And this is key, it's non-medical, trauma-informed training. They're not becoming doctors, they're becoming informed messengers. Then, the last steps are all about visibility and access, making information available, but always in a totally pressure-free environment. This slide here might just be the most important part of the whole model, the boundaries. It is crystal clear. Partners are educators and connectors, not clinicians. They put up posters, they share info only if someone asks, and they point people to resources. What they absolutely do not do is give medical advice, diagnose anything, or push anyone to do something they're not comfortable with. That clarity is what protects the trust for everyone involved. And this is the kind of language the program actually gives to its partners. It's so humble, it's honest, and it puts all the power right back into the hands of the individual. It's not a command, it's just an invitation. It's about respecting a person's choice and creating a totally safe space for curiosity. What's so cool about a program like this is that its impact goes way beyond just health awareness. By embedding itself inside local businesses, it creates this incredible ripple effect that benefits the community's health and its economy, all at the same time. So on the health side, the goal is pretty clear. Make it normal to talk about these things, get more people into early screening, and ultimately bring down the rates of late-stage diagnoses. But check out the economic side. This model elevates Black-owned businesses as community health leaders. It keeps wellness dollars circulating locally and builds even deeper trust with customers. It's a total win-win. That economic empowerment piece can also include an optional wellness retail component. Partners can choose to carry vetted products, but, and this is a big but, the rules are super strict. They have to come from Black-owned or community-aligned brands, they have to be based on evidence, and they absolutely cannot make any miracle cure claims. This makes sure the focus stays on real wellness while supporting local entrepreneurs.
So what's the big picture here? Well, the vision for Cuts for Lifetime goes way beyond just one health issue or some short-term project. It is designed from the ground up to be a lasting solution. This statement is everything. You know, health campaigns, they come and they go. They have a start date and an end date. This is different. This is about building something permanent, weaving it right into the fabric of the community. The program sees itself as creating community infrastructure for lifespan protection. What a powerful phrase, right? It means building a permanent bridge between the places people already trust and the preventive care they need to live long, healthy lives. It's a framework that, once you build it for cancer, could be adapted for anything: heart disease, mental wellness, you name it. And that really just leaves us with this one final thought to chew on. We so often think of health solutions as something that exists inside the walls of a hospital. But what if one of the most powerful keys to unlocking health equity isn't found in a sterile examination room, but in the familiar comfort of a barber's or a stylist's chair? It kind of makes you rethink where health really begins, doesn't it?